Welcome to the 305. This is beautiful Brickle. I mean, it's beautiful because I actually come down here and see it. Not that most of you guys would know anything about that. But when it comes down to it, I wanted to give you guys a podcast today, a solo stream, because you know I got the talent for it. But because I'm going to be out later on in the week, so, listen, I have to produce content. Okay, you guys might not understand. Like, for instance, a lot of you guys are like, why are you wearing sunglasses? I got these big fucking lights right here. You can't see it. That's why I wear sunglasses, so the sun doesn't bother me. See, the little things you guys just don't know that I keep telling you. But see, another thing is I have to produce content. I have like an economy that's like riding on my back, okay? And it's the same thing that happens to the U.S. We have a real economy and we have a black market. The black market's on TikTok, where all these people are saying the same shit I am, but not telling people where they got it from. I'm talking to at least 1,000 accounts on TikTok. There's this one account. He's like, next year, crypto's going to crash because it is tied to rat energy and it's a horse. I wonder where you figure that out, bro. I wonder what video of mine you watched to get that. But that's a good thing. The information's getting out there. And if you do Google Analytics, you're going to know it's all me. Because when it comes down to it, the terms enemy numbers and enemy signs, that's the shit I coined. People didn't say that before me. So when you do that Google Analytics search, you're going to find out that with my rise came that rise. See how that works? Everything good? So when it comes down to it, what I wanted to talk mainly about today, I mean, honestly, I feel a little naked. I usually have a rollie. I usually have like a whole bunch of, 100K on here. But I forgot it when I left. And I can't really like turn around because I'm always getting Uber Blacks. I don't really like driving anymore. One of those perks in life where, I can write all of that shit off anyway. So it is what it is. But one of the things I can say for 100% is Donald Trump is that guy. Donald Trump has walked into the presidency, and within 10 months, not 2 years, not 4 years, 10 months, barely 20% of his presidency, he has stopped wars in Africa. You have the Prime Minister of Pakistan literally sucking him off on stage, saying he should get the Nobel Peace Prize because he averted a war between Pakistan and India. And here's the thing. We're not talking about weak-ass Iran. Iran doesn't have nukes. But guess what? Pakistan and India do. To stop two nuclear powers from going at it, yeah, he should get the Nobel Peace Prize. But that's not all. He went out and signed peace treaties in different parts of the world. And the crown jewel happened a few days ago, where he got Hamas, a terrorist organization. That's what they are. Don't get mad at me. I know they got a lot of love right now, and some of you guys can call them freedom fighters. And I would agree, if you're looking at it from a different lens, they probably are freedom fighters. But from where I'm sitting here in the U.S., they're terrorists. And we're going to call them what they are. They are terrorists. I'm not saying the IDF isn't. The IDF is definitely doing a lot of fucked up shit. No doubt about it. What happened? Yeah, the shit froze. Oh, technical you hate when I'm in a groove and you get technical difficulties. But here's the thing, man. I used to do this on radio. We good? Everything's good? Is the stream good? Okay, so I can't see it. I'm blind over here. But we're going to talk about our president. Because like I said, he ended literally 8 wars. 8 wars. And he ain't racist. Some with the white boys, some with the Arabs, some with the Pajeets. He ended wars all over the world. This man is as close to a saint as you're going to find. And it doesn't matter about his personal life. It doesn't. He has literally saved people's lives across the globe. Now, a lot of you guys would say, he's controlled by the Jews. He's controlled by the Zion. No matter who the president is, he has to deal with those people. They are a powerful part of this country because they control the banking system. The Zionists control the banking system. If you don't play ball with them, they can crash the economy on you. You always think stupid shit. Trump's on the Epstein list. Is he? Then tell me why Donald Trump, who's supposedly on the Epstein list, and why it didn't get released when Joe, the criminal Biden, was the president of the United States. When Obama was running things like this. Tell me why those files didn't get resisted. Why didn't they get thrown out to the public for some fucking bones? That would have ended Trump. That would have completely ended him. They killed one of his ex-wives. They killed his brother. They tried to assassinate him. They tried to fucking raid Mar-a-Lago and put a legal case on him, all to prevent him from winning the presidency. And you think if they had some files about him being that P word, they wouldn't have released it? Are you out of your fucking minds? Donald Trump is not only a president, 10 months into his administration, we can literally call him a national hero. And I will go so far as to say a worldwide hero because of all the lives he has spared. I mean, maybe the lives of people don't mean anything to you. Maybe you don't give a fuck. In that case, I understand the economy ain't doing too well. I mean, he did inherit a mess from the Democrats. And let me make this clear. Trump is definitely making money on this administration. And I don't mind. I do not mind. Barack Hussein Obama signed a deal with the Iranians to ship them billions of dollars in cash to Iran in unmarked notes so the Treasury Department couldn't find them. Why do you think he did that? Because he was getting a kickback. A lot of that money went right back into his bank account. That's how politicians steal. That's how they make it nowadays. Because, see, in America, we got a lot of laws. And because we have a lot of laws, there's a lot of red tape. And if someone's paying attention and you're stealing, they're going to find it. Even the CIA knows this now. Even the CIA knows this. That's why they're not selling drugs in LA anymore. Now, they're just making sure their people win the lotto. Remember 10 years ago when I said the lottery system is basically a funnel for the intelligence agencies? People laughed at me. Said, oh, Gary, you're out of your fucking mind. I also said around the same time that they have magnets in the goalpost and they inject metal particles in the football so when they kick those field goals, they can sway them any fucking way they want. They said I was crazy too. Both of those got proven to be right. Both of those got proven to be right. But those tweets don't exist because my Twitter account does not exist. Because anyone who owned that Twitter account would be like, oh, look, I said this here. I said this here. I said this here. But I can't do that because that would give me too much credibility. That's why Nick Fuentes has an account. That's why all these so-called red pillars who are enemy number one, including Andrew Tate, have an account. Me, I need to recycle on my 25th account. Shadow banned as hell anyway. 500,000 followers gone. The funny thing is, numerology and astrology actually saved my ass. I used to do all my business on Twitter. Whatever money I made online came from Twitter. And then Elon Musk bought it. And as soon as Elon Musk bought it, I was talking shit to Elon Musk for a long time. He had me blocked. He had me fucking blocked. So that's a whole different story. But as soon as Elon Musk bought that stuff and he had the reins of Twitter, I knew my days were numbered. He's a pig. I'm a snake. That's my enemy sign. No matter if it's personal or unintentional, bad things are going to happen because the guy who owns that is my enemy sign. So I knew I was going to get suspended at some point. Had a nice fucking run in 2023. But you know what I did in 2023 that I never did before? I never had to. But see, I play chess every fucking day. I understand checkers is a little bit difficult for my haters. But we're out here, looking about 5-6 moves ahead. So as soon as Elon Musk bought Twitter, I fucking started reassessing my military. And what I mean by that is my fucking soldiers who actually go out and promote. We switched the fucking same day he bought the company. We started going to CCP on TikTok. Yep. I shut my mouth about the CCP for about 3 years. Guess what? I don't have to fucking shut my mouth anymore because the Zionists took that bitch from you. And damn Skippy, you guys can fucking clip this up. I would rather have the Zionist, a rogue parasite, own fucking TikTok than the fucking communist CCP. Because a parasite only takes so much resources. You understand? We know what a parasite is. It's going to take some resources. But the other side is going to completely fucking destroy you. Make no fucking mistake. It's either America or China this century. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. At some point, there's going to be some type of war. Hopefully it stays economic. Most likely it's going to end in a proxy war. When you have a rising power and what we see as a declining power, because that's what it is, by every metric, America is a declining power. Does that mean America doesn't have the strongest military in the world? No, it does. By far. We have subs right by Beijing and Shanghai that can level those cities in 90 seconds. They can't detect those subs. We hold all the cards. But for how long? China can be easily defeated right now. They don't produce any natural resources. They don't make food. You know what the real problem is? You stupid motherfuckers forced Russia into China's arms. You sanctioned them. You forced them to fucking invade Ukraine. We need them as our ally. Because everything China needs is right up in its border. The fresh water they need, the oil they need, the natural resources they need. You guys are all worried about fucking Taiwan. I'm worried about Russia. And you know what? Vladimir Putin agrees with me. Want to know how I know? Because some of his most elite troops are still on the Chinese border. After almost 3 fucking years. 3 years of war. Why is Putin keeping some of his best troops right by the Chinese border with their so-called good friends? Putin knows. You know how else he knows? Putin made sure that the next president of Russia would be much weaker because he basically signed laws when he's president for life, by the way. He is literally president for life. Vladimir Putin, born in 1952, year of the dragon, becomes president of Russia in 2000, the year of the dragon. Worked very well. When energy matches, it's there every single time. Chairman Xi, or you want to call him a president, he's a communist, so we'll give him the honor of calling the communist chairman. Chairman Xi is a snake. That motherfucker literally slithered his way in the fucking power. He was a compromised candidate. He was literally a compromised candidate because both sides, the Shanghai gang and the other side, basically thought they could puppeteer him. They thought, oh, don't worry about this guy. We can fucking control him. He came to power. All of a sudden, corruption is the number one thing on the menu. He literally put 1 million CCP agents in prison because they work for the other side. Ruthless. And they thought they could control this guy, the elders. They thought they could control him. The same way people in Germany thought they could control Hitler when he was appointed chancellor. Didn't work out too well, did it? But the whole point of me trying to bring this up is she became a leader in 2013, the year of the snake, and he is a snake. When you follow the system, good things happen. And if no matter what you believe in, you're a leftist, rightist, Russia has rose up since the year 2000 when Putin take over. China has rose up under Xi since 2013. Because Hu Jintao, the president before Xi, he didn't want war. This is a guy trying to make deals. This is a guy who's trying to spread the economic wealth all over. Xi came to power, and he's talking about the 100 years of humiliation. He's trying to get the public all mad because that's what the white man did. The white man went into China when the Ming Dynasty was weak and started giving them heroin. Literally giving them heroin to get the public addicted to heroin. Like any good government, what would they do? They said, yo, you got to stop this shit. Unfortunately, the Chinese made a big mistake by putting up a big fucking wall. And when they put up that big fucking wall, all of a sudden they didn't start trading with other barbarian civilizations in their mind. But those barbarians started trading with each other. And then when they came back to China, they came back with gunships. So when the Chinese government tried to stop the UK and all those other colonialists from the Dutch from actually spreading the heroin, they went to war and the white man won. He had superior technology. Then they started having Western-only enclaves in China. They had a second war. White man won again. Nothing literally changed until the Japanese fucking started their conquest of China. So when it comes to my Chinese friends out there, to be 100% blunt with you, you would be speaking Japanese if it wasn't for us Americans. Now, you might have a legitimate case with the English, the Dutch, and all those French colonial powers. America did very little when it came to that heroin trade. Americans were a very minor player. They really didn't have anything to do with it. So what I'm trying to tell the Chinese is very simple. If I ever come to a position of power and you guys are still shipping fentanyl over here, I will literally bomb you. I want to make that clear. To me, that would be an act of war. And the reason I'm telling you this, us Americans didn't have anything to do with that 100 years of humiliation. Us Americans actually liberated your soft fucking asses from the Japanese. And now you have the gall to send this country fentanyl to get the, and by the way, I see where that fentanyl is going. It's not going in the hood. It's going in the rich neighborhoods. It's going in the suburbs. You're trying to kill white boys. Let's keep it 100. That's what you're fucking trying to do. Unacceptable. And again, I have a lot of love for President Trump. What he's doing right now is extremely inspirational. But let there be no mistakes. Look in my fucking eyes. I'm to the right of Trump. To me, Trump is somewhat of a moderate. I'm being completely 100 with you guys. I would not accept this fucking bullshit. Now, the Chinese have legitimate grievances with the UK, the French, the Dutch. Feel free to fucking tell them to pay reparations. I don't give a fuck. But you better lay off America. Because I'm going to be abundantly clear. For the next 25 years, we still got that edge. And you will lose. Things might happen in the future. But by 2033, we're going to decide where this new century is going. And I have some good idea that the U.S. is going to fucking dump their fucking crypto on the fucking world, make you motherfuckers eat it up, and then fucking flood you with fucking dollars in some shape or form. And you'll have no choice but to accept it. That is if my leadership is smart. If my leadership is dumb, then I worry for this country. I keep it 100. Donald J. Trump is the best president I've ever seen. And that's exactly what you would expect out of someone who's a 4 and a 5 life path. America founded 1776, a 5 life path nation. What is the beauty of a 5? We live in a beautiful country. America is a beautiful country. They even mow the center between the fucking highways. The border where they can like raise the grass and it wouldn't really bother anyone, but they're so worried about aesthetics in this country. They mow that fucking section of the highway when there's actually no need for it. That's how much this country cares about beauty. You think they do that shit in Europe? They probably fucking have a porta potty somewhere in the middle of the highway there. America really cares about looks. It's a 5 life path nation. There's more freedom in America than any nation in the world. If I was in the UK saying what I'm saying right now, these fucking... I caught myself. These swine would bust through my door and say I'm going to be arrested for hate crimes. That would happen in the UK. That would happen in a wide variety of European countries. That would definitely happen in the Middle East. You can't fucking criticize anyone over there. And again, I support the House of Saud 100%. Long may the fucking new crown prince reign as a king. But, nah. That's not how this works. Bills, let's go to the readings for a second. Blow them up so I can see them. And if you guys want a reading 98 or above, you guys know what I do. And trust me, you guys know who the best in the world that this is too. You want a reading 98 or above? Other than that, what the hell do we have there? This dude give me actually 305. Oh my God. Look at this guy trying to flex the 305 podcast. I don't know what that is, but that's some good shit, man. Anyways, go ahead and read that out loud, Bills, if you can. Yeah, let's go for him for. Okay, so you are someone born on, with 5 energy and a goat. Total birthday is an 11. A lot of people have 5 energy are into health. Whether you're going into the profession of being a doctor or someone in physical therapy or someone in the nursing home, a lot of those people have 5 energy because 5s are the ones who really, really care about that type of stuff. So people born on the 5th, 14th, 23rd. So yeah, I would say that's a good idea for you. You're born 1979. People who are goats have a softer side in life. They have a more caring side in life. So yeah, I would definitely say that would be a good profession for you. Can you go back up to her a little? Yep, I don't know why it switched. Yeah, all good, all good. I would also say that, you're in the 3-year cycle right now. So the best thing to do in the 3-year cycle is actually network. That is how you get ahead in the 3. So if you're going to be in the healthcare field, what I would always do is always try to build up in that field. Go to all the seminars, do all that, at least until your next year cycle happens. That's probably the best way to get ahead in your current position. And yeah, I would say it's probably a 7.5 out of the things I could, tell you to do. Yeah, I was. Donald Trump, there's a reason he's 3-0 in elections. And we can actually say that now. Where before it would have been some issues with the old regime, because the old regime censored. A lot of people got their accounts back. A lot of people got their accounts back. And some of these people were praising Allah, where they should be praising Donald J. Trump. Yo, Sneeko, let me ask you something, pimp. Do you think if Kamala Harris was the president of the United States, you would have got your account back? Yeah. Keep thinking it. Keep thinking. Why don't you give credit to the guy who gave peace a chance in Gaza? Why don't you give credit to the guy who actually changed this country and gave you your account back? That's what happened. But, you always talk about other people being men and saying sorry. Let's see if you're enough of a man to apologize to Donald J. Trump. I mean, I took you to his inauguration. You're a Trump rah-rah there. This man just ended the war. Biden couldn't. This man literally gave your account back. So I'll be waiting for you to actually be a man and apologize to Donald J. Trump, your president. Now, going back to 3/4/2005, listen. If you're born on the 4th, you really get no breaks in life. You just got to outwork everybody. That holds true in most places in the world. But see, baby, when it comes to America, it's a little different. And the reason it's different is because America was founded on the 4th. So people who are matching the same frequency, the same energy of the country, well, they're probably going to come up. Ever hear of P. Diddy? Yeah. We'll get back to P. Diddy in a second. But the real examples of that 4 energy are Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce are both born on the 4th. They even have their mansion in the shape of a 4. It is what it is. Bills, put it up and show them. Put it up and show them. They even named albums after the number 4, haven't they? Because they understand how numerology and astrology works. Like Unc says, stop playing with me. But honestly, you're playing with yourself. Because if you're out here still worshiping a Bible or the Quran, you're literally doing the same thing people did 1,000 years ago. Have you not advanced at all? Have you not evolved at all? Right there. Obviously, Jay-Z and Beyonce have. How is that not in the shape of a 4? It's undeniable. They're both born on the 4th. America's founded on the 4th. Ever hear of the first black president of the United States of America? Definitely not the first gay president. But obviously the first black president. He was born on the 4th. Is it not fitting that the first black president in America founded on the 4th was born on the 4th? Energy matters. So you, born March 4th, got some advantages in this world, especially if you're in this country. Now, I'm going to give you the same advice I give most people who are 5s who are men. Do not let some whore drag you down. Most 5s have issues with that. That is your Achilles heel. You guys are really sexual. And you let the wrong broad fuck you up. Deshaun Watson, I believe his name was, with the Cleveland Browns. He loved to get massages, didn't he? Woo! That boy was in massage parlors like some people are in fucking casinos. In and out. Those massage parlors cost him his NFL career and literally over $100 million. 100 M's, bro. That's how much he lost. Maybe more. Because if he kept playing at a certain level, he probably would have got another contract. So it possibly could have cost him 3 M's, 300 M's. There's story after story after story. Now, for you, you're not only a 5, you also have a 5 on the back end of your birthday, pimp. So you got the looks. Make sure you don't have too many baby mamas. That's what it comes down to. Why do you think the elites give you one thing for free? Sure as hell they'll give you rent for free, unless you're an immigrant. But Trump stopped all of that. Nothing in this world is free. You want an Uber? Pay for it. You want food at a fast food place? Pay for it. You know what's free? The one thing that's free? Porn. Why is that free? Because they want you to consume it. Why do they want you to consume it? Think. Why are they giving you something for free? It's like you're a rat and they're coming right in there. What are they trying to do? They're trying to keep you at your root chakra level. That's why the LGBT flag is inverted from the rainbow. The red is on the very top because that's what they put above all else. Why do you think it's in San Francisco? I mean, we know the brothers got their LGBT capital in Atlanta. All right, that's why I don't go to Atlanta. But the white boys and the Asians keep it in San Francisco. San Francisco is that hub. Why is it there? Nothing's by chance. It's there because that is where the sexual chakra, the root chakra of the world is. San Francisco. How do we know this? How can we verify this? Well, there's a tree that grows in Northern California. Doesn't grow to too many other places. It's called the redwood. Now, do you understand why they have Bohemian Grove? That orgy place for fucking politicians? Right there. Because that's where the chakra is. Everything they do is with a purpose. When you guys start understanding that, maybe you'll put down your Bibles.
You stupid.
Your Qurans.
You stupid.
Your Torahs.
You stupid.
Your Talmuds. Your Hadiths.
You stupid.
Let me just say it one more time.
You stupid.
It is what it is. Next reading. 8/27/1992. 11 Lifepath with a 9. How do I pass this reincarnation? You got a difficult one. Not going to lie to you. If I were you, I would focus on the 11 energy, not too much on the 27. And I would basically find a way to inspire myself before I inspire others. 11s are extremely emotional. But if they can control that emotion, they have an element of charisma that just is unmatched. You ever hear Barack Obama behind the mic in his prime? Yo, he's better than me. And I'm not going to give that courtesy to too many people. He's way better than me. You look at a guy like Ronald Reagan. That was one funny son of a bitch. He knew how to get votes. He had that it factor. Kanye West is an 11. Now, I know he's a crazy fuck. He is a Gemini after all. But at the end of the day, Kanye West has that it factor. 11s have it. I Show Speed has that 11 energy. exactly why my first child is an 11. That element of charisma is so important. Once you get that charisma down, and obviously we want you to have good morals. That comes from a good, strong family. If not, you can look for it in other ways. But once you have that down, you're golden. Learn to control your emotions and not let them control you. Now, how do you control your emotions as an 11? Well, it's very different from all the other signs. 11s literally got to work out all the time. I'm not an 11. But when it comes down to it, that's what 11s need to do. Because if they don't, there's going to be so much pent-up emotion in there. They're literally a danger to society and a danger to the people around them. That's why most school shooters, including Columbine and Sandy Hook, they were 11s. Now, you could say, oh, that's a setup by the government. That didn't happen. But listen, the people they even set up as patsies are 11s. It's there. Alex Jones, the first so-called streamer, the first conspiracy theorist. Everyone knows what he is. Born on the 11th. Joe Rogan, born on the 11th. Candace Owens, born on the 29th. 2 and 9 is 11. How do you think she made it? Charisma. As an 11, you build your charisma up. Once you have that, all the doors open. Every single one of them. All right. Next, 3/2/1996, male. First letter of my name is what? Last neighbor B. Listen, Pimp, why don't you just write your whole damn net? Well, he's worried about someone getting his social. Yeah, you see, we can see. Okay, so most people would have given me their first name. This guy didn't. He's a rat. You paranoid, Pimp. Rats are always paranoid, man. Didn't want to give his first name. All right, man. You want a reading? We got it, man. You're in a 5-year cycle right now. Travel. If you don't want babies, wrap it up extra tight. A lot of people start, getting people pregnant in 5-year cycles. That's what I did. But I did it intentionally. Make sure a lot of you guys don't do it unintentionally. That's when it becomes to have fucking problems. Next, you're born on the 2nd. People who are born on the 2nd are very sensitive. Now, you actually put that with the fact that you're a rat and you're paranoid as fuck. Bruh, listen. You probably shouldn't smoke weed. That's probably an understatement for you. You probably shouldn't do that. But if you want my honest advice, what you should do, you should be in the background. People like you do not need to be in the spotlight. You do not thrive in the spotlight. You are the type of person who has to adapt to his environment. Don't force anything. Adapt. Some people are built to ram shit down people's throats. Some people are built to kick in the fucking door. You're not that way. You have to get invited in, or you have to go around and find a different way. Brute force is not the way with you, my friend. Next. Hold on. Keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. No. We had someone before him. Right there. Right there. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. I just like visualizing it a lot better, man, that way. Lastly, my friend, next year is your enemy year. Now, if you understand how enemy years work, you got to be like a general and consolidate your troops, consolidate your lines. Even if you take a 5% loss, consider that a win. Enemy years have destroyed people. Enemy years destroyed Hitler. Hitler was born in 1889, the year of the ox. He took over Germany in 1933, the year of the rooster. Again, friend signs. He had Europe completely dominated, including France, 1941, year of the snake. Good friends with the ox. And then he lost Stalingrad. Then he lost the biggest tank battle, Kursk. And what happened? That was the end. The Germans were in the back end of the war ever since 43. 1943 was the year of the goat, his enemy sign. Clearly, he didn't know this information. I want you to understand how far technology and how far information has come that you are listening on a free service, YouTube, real fucking game, that people, if they knew 80 years ago, could have changed the course of history. That's how much technology allows us to advance. And again, there's a lot of negative stuff with AI. I've been talking about it for a long time. It is what it is. I know we got some more readings. Wow, we got 700 hour there. God damn, you people are nuts. Anyways, let's go to the Sneeko Myron and start commentating on that. Then we'll get back to the readings. This is what you call lazy content before you start. And what I mean by lazy content is I can catch my breath for a little bit. I can chill back and only respond. This is what 95% of the streamers do because they have no skill. They have no oh, they can make some faces. Oh, they can make some fucking faces. So can my fucking 6-year-old. You're fucking clowns. Every single one of you are clowns. What I just did, go 45 minutes straight, do a monologue, talk about different things, go here, that actually takes talent. You motherfuckers have none of it. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's play this.
What I'm saying is, as a guest, right, because we are guests here, I think
what does that mean, guess?
We're guests. This is not a Muslim country. This is not a Muslim country.
Oh, then you could make an argument that's a Jewish country if they control.
Okay, stop it right there. Stop it right there. This is not a Muslim country, nor will it ever be. This is not a Jewish country. Stop the game, Sneeko. This is a Christian country. I'm no fan of the church. Every fucking Oni fan, fucking whore, has a fucking cross on her. I'm no fan of the church, okay? But this is a Christian nation. Point blank. And you are a guest here. You're a guest with a passport. But let me make this clear. I want to make this abundantly clear, Sneeko. You converted. Myron was born that way. He has more respect than you do as a millennium. Keep going.
Oh my God, this guy.
But I mean, it's a freedom of religion country.
Yeah.
It's a secular country.
Okay, on paper,
what do you mean we're guests? I'm a citizen here. I'm not a guest.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Hold on. I'm not a guest. I have a passport. I was born here.
Of course.
I have my birth certificate.
What I'm saying is,
stop it right there. Myron is just letting this shit go. He's literally letting it go because that's his buddy. And Myron is not going hard at all, but Sneeko is going 100. So what I want you to understand is Myron's a good guy. He's not going to go full force at Sneeko. Sneeko doesn't have the same respect going back. Keep going.
The Islamic faith, of course it's your country, but what I'm saying is that the Islamic faith is not a part of the American infrastructure.
Neither is Christianity.
Stop.
Sneeko, we have Christian-based courts. These court systems are based off Christian law, much more than any other religion. We have a system, Judeo-Christian values. What the schools, obviously it's not the same as it used to be, but that's what the founding fathers of this country had. So it is a Christian nation. Yes, secular. Other people can practice their religions, but everything in this country is based off Christianity at its core values. Keep going.
But it's not part of the American doctrine.
The people that founded this country,
it's not of the doctrine. Just because
the separation of church and state was put in place so that either would not corrupt each other, but it's still a Christian country founded by Christian people, right? Because you can make the argument. You can make the argument like Syria isn't a Muslim country because Bashar al-Assad was a secularist, or Saddam Hussein was a secularist. It's still a Muslim country majority, and they're going to play that then.
I'll say that, yeah, it's a Christian majority country, but it's not a Christian country by definition.
I think this is a Christian country.
But there's no paperwork or any
Stop.
Constitution.
Again, the courts, the laws are based off Judeo-Christian values. So you can make the argument it is a Christian nation. Facts. Keep going.
found. It's not a. Well, they have God in it.
Even when you pledge allegiance, as an American, I grew up
pledge allegiance saying, but God, God is mentioned in.
Do you say Jesus?
They believe. You say God.
You don't say Jesus.
You say God. You don't have to say Jesus because
you don't say the Holy Spirit.
Hey, stop it right there. You know what else you don't say, Sneeko? You don't say Allah. You don't say Yahweh. Keep going.
Or synonymous. Synonymous.
Yes and no. Actually, if you talk to a Christian,
it depends on who you talk to. Yes.
Yeah, being honest, bro.
But they look at God and Jesus as the same. Like because he's the Son of God. So
he's also God's only begotten Son. So they are separate entities.
It depends on who you look at. Who you're asking.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But the reason that this is in God we trust is because it's the most universal statement.
Yes, but the point I'm trying to make is that regardless, this country was founded by Christians. They reserve the right to run the country however they want. And if they do want to play church, I take it a step further. If they want to play the church bells, I think they can because this is a Christian country. Just like in a Muslim country, if they want to play that Dan 10 times a day, you got to shut up and take it.
Okay, so if it's a Christian country, then why do you not support Israel?
Again, stop it right there. Stop it right there. Why do we have to support Israel? Why? Because it's a Christian nation and we have to support Israel? We know how the Schofield Bible was rewritten. We don't have to do shit. That is weak as hell. And by the way, Sneeko, while you're out here crying that, oh, I got all this stuff started in 2023. Bro, I knew about this shit in the 90s. In the 90s. You didn't do anything too special, my man. Keep going.
Evangelical Christians say God blesses those who bless the state of Israel.
Because we
by
know
that definition,
we know that evangelicals is cap.
Okay, well, I mean, it was founded by Protestant Christians. That's what Protestants believe. If you're following your logic that you want to be a patriot and a nationalist, then you should support Israel.
Actually, Protestants don't really fuck with. What's his name?
You know what this shows us? People have like morals, bro, and they usually stay on one side and have like one thing they usually back. They're not that easy to flip-flop like you, bro. I mean, we could literally make a video of Sneeko being against something, arguing with Sneeko being for something. We can literally make that video. You were red pill, then fuck the red pill. You were for Trump, then fuck Trump, then for Trump, then fuck Trump. Bro, you fucking flip-flop more than a fucking back alley whore. It is what it is. Myron stays consistent. Keep going.
Their Lies by who wrote that? He was the head of he was the founder of Protestantism.
Myron's not going hard at all.
Martin Luther?
No, I think it was Martin Luther. Yeah, dude. Only evangelical Christians like observe Israel as like real. Everyone else, like all real niggas, Christians, like Catholics, Orthodox Christians.
What do Protestants think?
They don't fuck with Jews either.
They don't say God bless the state of Israel?
No, that's just evangelical retards.
Okay, so what?
And Schofield Bible reader niggas. But most Christians are that aren't retarded, right? And remember, this is just American Christians. Christians all over the place don't fuck. If you look at Eastern Europe, they're all super anti-Semitic. They're real niggas.
Okay, so wait. So
Orthodox Christians are super anti-Semitic. Shout out to them.
Yeah, but like
they don't fuck with the Jews. Let me just say that because anti-Semitism is a fake word.
But it's your mentality approaching thinking that we're guests here.
Yeah, I think we're guests here. That is
Dude, Myron, we were born here.
No, the Islamic faith and the religion of Islam, you are a guest as a Muslim in the United States.
I'm not a guest in my home.
All right, stop it right there.
We are guests here.
Stop it right there. When you look at this, he keeps pressing on the fact that he's a Muslim and he's not a guest. You, my friend, are a citizen. Both you guys are citizens. Your faith is a guest. It's that simple. You cannot come in this country and start dictating terms when you're a minority. But see, here's the thing. You prove that Islam is a problem in America. You prove it by your very existence. You weren't born a Muslim, Sneeko. You were born a Christian. Or whatever else you were fucking praying to. You converted. So the one thing that people have been saying we don't want Muslims here for because they convert others to Islam, you're living proof that this happened. You're a contradiction. in everything you say because of your conversion. Now, having said that, to my Muslim brothers and sisters, and by the way, people in my family who are Muslim, I want to make this crystal freaking clear. Much respect to Islam, much respect to its family values, much respect in its system of keeping whores in check, much respect. That doesn't mean I have to worship your God. I don't want pork in this country either. I'm with you. Let's ban it. I don't want like alcohol. Let's ban that shit too. I'll work with you there. But you ain't making me pray for anything. Ever. Ever. And you, Sneeko, are proof they come here and convert because you are converted. You weren't born this way, pimp. Myron was. And Myron respects the rules of the nation because he's equally attacking everyone. You just want to talk shit about one side. You just want to talk shit about Jews and how the Talmud tells them they can lie. Well, what about the Muslims? Taqiyya. Taqiyya allows Muslims to lie to non-Muslims. They're the same. But you only want to talk about one side. Myron talks about both sides. He is balanced. You're a fucking cheerleader with pom-poms. Keep going.
What do you?
We are guests here.
We were born here.
Yes, but our religion, our religion.
So now your faith makes you a guest.
Yes, if you're gonna open, yes, to a degree, yes.
To a degree, or
yeah, because obviously everything is like nuanced, like nothing is absolute. But like the point I'm trying to make is that the Islamic faith, as this is not a Muslim country, so therefore,
so what about Catholics? Are Catholics guests because it was founded by Protestants?
Christian, Catholic,
I would say they're
same
closer to
trash.
So they're still guests.
I would say they're because here's the thing with Catholicism, Christianity, all of it.
See, Sneeko's trying to corner him. He's not debating good faith.
I look at them all as the same. Like they all believe in Jesus. They all believe in Jesus.
They disagree with each other,
of course,
fundamentally.
But I would
so
say
the
a lot of them
say
say
that
each other are.
If they believe in Christ, they're a Christian to a degree. What denomination isn't really as relevant is if they believe in Jesus.
Sunnis
as
and
their Lord
Shiites
Savior,
have more hate for each other than Christians and Catholics. Cut the games.
See, that's arguments within themselves. But in general, they're all Christians because they all believe in Jesus. There's different.
Yeah, but by your
Muslims,
logic,
for example, right? There's Sunnis, then there's Shia.
There you go.
Shia. But we don't look at them differently with our faith. Honestly, we really don't. They pray in the same mosque. They do some funny shit praying on rocks.
That's not all true.
But they pray in the same mosque in general.
Stop right there. So, like I explained before, you have Zionist Jews and you have Marxist Jews. They're not all on the same team. Just like you have Shiites and Sunnis, Catholics and Christians. You understand? They can divide you. The powers that be can divide you in a number of ways. First way is race. We saw that with Black Lives Matter. They can always divide a nation based off race. Second, class warfare. Communist versus socialist versus capitalist. Next, religion. They have so many ways to manipulate you. So I want to make this clear. A lot of people say, if the certain minorities weren't here, everything would be utopia. No. They would just find another way to divide you freaking crackers. It would just be through religion. Catholics versus Protestants. They always have their hooks in you. And they can pull the trigger anytime they want. Now, am I telling you should be open borders? Hell no. Deport their ass, Trump. I'm just telling you there's a lot of different ways to go at the people, the citizenship of a nation, and to fucking them up. It's not just with race. It's not just with religion. It's also with class warfare. Keep going.
There's some Shia mosques. But
they can pray alongside.
By your logic,
they're not considered kuffars. They're not considered kafirs. They're just misguided.
By your logic, then only Protestant Christians should be the non-guests in America if it was founded by Protestant Christians?
No, because they're all Christians. I look at them all as Christians. Denominations. This is literally why the whole separation of church and state was a thing, was to avoid that problem, fights between themselves. So they literally instructed that in place to deal with that very
Just
problem.
giving history lessons
like
here.
Different sects in Christianity.
Okay.
That's why they separate. That's why the separation of church and state was instilled, was to keep Baptists, Protestants, Catholics, and all these other guys from fighting each other.
He's spitting game.
England, with the Catholic Church and everything
So you
else.
believe we're guests in our own country?
I believe as Muslims we are guests in America. Yes,
100%.
because America is not a Muslim country like Saudi Arabia, like Egypt, like Sudan, like UAE, like Qatar. These are Muslim countries. When we go there, we respect and we don't say a word. When we were in Dubai, we had jalabiyas on. I spoke Arabic whenever I had a chance. Right? We assimilated. We respected that culture, right? As even the first time before you reverted, we respected that culture because we understood we are guests there. I think Muslims need to exercise the same thing in the United States.
Yeah, I know, because we're literally visiting Dubai. Dude,
Yeah,
I was born here. Like, what do you? It doesn't.
No,
Yeah,
stop the tape. What are you not understanding? When you went to Saudi Arabia, the religion there is Islam. You respect their customs and their culture. Here, it is not Islam. So if they have a call to prayer going out at 3:30 in the morning and 11 o'clock at night, waking people up, yeah, they have a fucking legitimate grievance with you. This is not a Muslim nation. Now, you think I would ever go to a Muslim nation and start bitching to the authorities or the people who live there? I don't like to hear your call of prayer. You think I would ever have the balls to go to Saudi Arabia and say, yo, listen, pimp, I'm trying to sleep. I can't hear this shit. You know what would happen to me? You know what would happen to you? You get thrown in fucking prison. Because you go there, you respect their customs. You think Muslims in Saudi Arabia, Iraq, or Iran are praying in the streets? They're not. When they pray in the streets here in New York, it's to assert their authority. This is how they play games. When you're weak, 48 laws of power. When you're weak, you represent like you're very strong. They're weak now. They're weak here. But they're making it seem like they're strong. Keep going.
The Islamic faith is not. There's
nothing. I mean, you're just making up America. Like,
we're 1% of the population. That in itself proves that this is not a Muslim country.
You can single out anybody and say that they're a minority to some extent. It's not. You don't need to describe somebody just by their faith. You could say that your skin color is, or where you're from, or. But
when we're talking about
faith,
no, stop there.
Here's the thing.
Sneeko, you can't convert me to be black. Maybe you can do some kids with some fucking, what do you call it? Snow bunnies around here. But you can't convert someone to be black by talking to them. You can with religion. You can't actually compare race here. It's not the same. Keep going.
Here's the thing. Hindus, Jews, Muslims, we're all guests in America. Being honest, we all are. I'm not just saying this is as Muslims we're guests. I think.
What about minorities? Are minorities guests in America?
Yeah, actually.
Like, what do you mean minorities? Like blacks and shit like that? Or
anybody not
Asians?
White? Anybody not white?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah.
Stop. Unless you're white or black or Native American, you are a guest in this land. I don't give a fuck where you came from. Blacks, whites, and Native Americans are the ones who started this country. Everyone else is a guest. Some guests get permanent stature where they can stay here. Green cards, citizenship. You're still a guest. Keep going.
White people built and founded this country, bro. We're all guests here.
Okay, so America is entitled to white Christians only. They're the only non-guests here.
They're the privileged
ones
here.
Founders.
To be a true American, you need to be a white Christian.
I never said that. I never.
You said everyone else is not a guest.
We are Americans, but we are guests here because we did not found this country. We're Americans, but like we're not the, I guess, original Americans.
If you're into religion and your religion is a minority, then you are a guest based off your religion. Just like if I went to the Middle East or China, well, I'm definitely not going to China. But if I went to the Middle East I gotta watch what countries I go to too. Maybe Qatar wouldn't be the best place for me either. But I'm good in Dubai and Riyadh, so that's all that matters, man. But I would be a guest there, and I wouldn't try to change their customs. You reverted to Islam. Now you want America to accommodate you. Sorry, pimp. That was your personal decision. This does not become an Islamic nation just because Sneeko converted. Keep going.
Generation Europeans who came here.
Well, I'm talking about like the people here that like their family's been here for generations, fought in the Revolutionary Wars, whatever.
Okay, so if I'm a white guy and my parents immigrated here after World War II, and I'm a white Christian, and my parents are from Germany, right?
And you came here after World War II.
Am I a guest?
I would say from framers' perspective. If you came like you were here in the 1700s, like if you have lineage back to like the colonial individuals.
What is that, like 5% of the country?
Probably not as much, yeah. I mean,
stop
everyone's
right
a guest here.
I am a guest in this country too, even though I have American citizenship. What does that mean? I don't believe in Christianity. I don't believe in your Messiah, Jesus. I don't believe in any of that. But I accept that my lineage didn't do anything to start this country. So even though I am very thankful that the forefathers fought for freedom of speech, and I will exercise my freedom of speech, I'll do that one for sure. But I'm not trying to say we need to change this nation. As a matter of fact, I think we should enforce Christian law. Maybe we wouldn't have so many fucking whores and homosexuals running around, which is obviously a clear and present danger to kids. Keep playing it. We're about to end this.
A lot, yeah.
So whose country is it? It's just those 5% of people?
I would say it's America is a white majority Christian country, and we are guests here. Yeah, that's what I would say.
So the only 95% of people here are guests.
Yeah, dude. Nowadays, yeah, with the mass immigration, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
95% of people.
A lot of them, yeah, a lot of them are guests.
Okay, so then,
and this is why we have a lot of the problems we have, because we have all these people coming in, bringing their cultures.
People who come, you can end this. People who come to this nation need to assimilate. If you don't assimilate, we don't need you. Send them back. I meet Cubans here who I take Ubers all the time. A lot of people who are Uber drivers in this city are Cubans and Venezuelans. When I see a Cuban, first thing I say is, fuck Fidel Castro. All of a sudden, I have a good bond with that person. If it's a Venezuelan, I say, fuck Hugo Chavez and fuck Maduro. All of a sudden, like this. And I start talking about how Marco Rubio should go in there and take the military. And these guys and me, like, we were long-ass buddies, bro. But that's not everyday life. It just isn't. Let's go back to the readings. July 5th, 1994. Thank you for all you do, G. Well, thank you, Jewel. I appreciate it. Let's see. What do we have here? 8 Lifepath. Born on the 5th. Listen, I'm going to assume Jewel is a girl's name. We can assume. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe you're from California. I don't know. You know, but I'm going to assume you're a woman based off the name. Listen, you got a good birthday. The number of the 5, the 14, and the 23, and people who are 5 life paths, that goes a lot better with women than does men. Men can only capitalize off their looks so much. Women can use that for a lot more. So if you have those type of numbers, it's better off that you're a woman. And you're even born 1994. 1994, 23, 2 and 3 is 5. So even the year you're born in. Let me tell you something. I've been analyzing looks for a while, just based off numerology and astrology, of course. And those 2003 goats, they're special. Like, when it comes to the looks department. And oxes, women who are oxes, typically not that attractive. Sorry. I'm not trying to cause any issues. Typically not too attractive. But the 95 oxes that add up to 23 have a 5 on the back end. Yeah, they look good. They look good. The 94 dogs, they have it going on. Typically, dragon women are not known for their looks. They're known for their masculine and shit like that. But the 1976 dragons, yeah, that's a whole different ball game. They had them looks too. And you know who was the most dangerous ones? The most dangerous women born last century, 1967 GOAT women. I want you to think about why. They got the GOAT with the looks. They got the 5-year. You know what they also have? Intelligence on the back end. So not only are they beautiful, but they're actually smart. That's a dangerous fucking bitch. So when you have that 7, and who do we know who pulled off the biggest heist of a fucking man? Someone by the name of Anna Nicole Smith. And when you look at her birthday, you're not only going to see a 28, you're also going to see 1976. This is how far you can break this stuff down to. And let me tell you something. For all you guys who think this is amazing, it really is. This is a couple layers in the onion. That's it. I'm not even going deep. Now, obviously, in metaphorical terms, I'm a really good swimmer in this area, and I can go real deep. When these other numerologists who copy and paste, you stay in the shallow end. You stay in the water you can walk in, because that's easy. You jump on my fucking back. But what have you actually done to figure something out yourself? They don't got that. But for you, good birthday, 3-year cycle, network this year. You're going to be taken care of financially. I see nothing but good numbers. And the best thing about you, your looks are not going to fade. You have that thing within you where they're not going to fade like they will with others. So, congratulations. I think everything will be fine with you. And if you're a guy born with the name Jewel, yo, Pimp, don't blame me. All right, who's next? How many more do we have? Yeah. I got you. 95. That would be easy reading. Lay low in your enemy year, Pimp. 4 more, huh? Listen. Do I look like I'm darker to you today or something like that? What are you guys doing? What are you trying to whip me like a goddamn slave, bro? Like, god damn, man. You know I actually charge like $1,000 for a reading. But I mean, I am giving you a couple minutes, man. So it is what it is. All right, let's go move on. 12/29/1997. We have a 4 Lifepath trying to run up a serious bag before 2027 enemy year. Makes sense. I'm from South Africa. Sorry to hear that. So the dollar goes far here. How do I identify and maximize that? Usually I tell you to go into real estate because real estate is probably the safest market. The issue is I see a crypto crash next year. I see a market crash in 2027. That real estate market that BlackRock has been buying off and all those hedge funds, it's going to have a devaluation. Big time. So real estate is not safe anymore. For you, the best opportunity is to play the game. I think silver is probably the best thing people can do with a lot of money. No, with medium-sized money and a little money. And I'm telling you why. Gold's like $4,000 an ounce. All right. The silver to gold ratio is out of whack right now. Usually it's like a pendulum. It usually evens out at some point. So if you buy silver right now, that might be the best chance for someone with a limited bag to run it up in a safe way. I got to be honest, man. Our grandfathers and our fathers had it easy. You make some money, put it in the bank before, the interest you get is more, beats inflation, you're good. Now banks are charging you money to keep their money there. It's a whole different ball game. They literally changed capitalism so you actually have to put your money and circle it around if you want to keep it. Because if you just keep it in the bank, inflation's going to kick your ass. Can't do it. Always got to keep your money moving. If you don't, you're screwing yourself. And that wasn't the case in the 80s and 90s. I mean, we can go back to the savings and loans and all this other garbage, but when it comes down to it, you could be very safe in the 90s and make money. That doesn't exist anymore. Why? Because America is not the same type of superpower that it was back then. Back then, it was unchallenged. Back in the 90s, when the Soviet Union collapsed, China was a shithole. We owned everything. We literally owned everything. America was the most powerful from 45 to about 1950 when the Russians, the USSR started catching up. In that 5-year period, and when the USSR collapsed in the, I would say, early 90s to about 2001 when George W. Bush, the traitor, signed the NAFTA deal with China and let him in the World Trade Organization. And we can actually even go back to Nixon, who actually ascended China to what they are right now. Nixon's a traitor. Flat out. Richard Nixon is a traitor to the United States of America. He basically helped build China, who is our greatest enemy right now. You know, next time I go to D.C., I might have to piss on this dude's grave. But in astrology, it makes sense. Nixon is a rat, and the rat helped the 1949 ox, China. Makes sense, doesn't it? A rat always helps the ox. That's why this knowledge is so important, because this can give you an edge over everything else. I'm literally creating a whole bunch of wizards out there. Nowhere else are you going to learn how to actually manipulate the matrix the way I show you. And again, this is elementary. I'm never going to let everyone know what the fuck I know, because then it'd be real dangerous. That'd be a problem. Anyways, let's move on. I'm not sure when South Africa was founded. That's what we have the Q at for. But I will tell you this. Dubai was founded in the snake year. That might be a good place for someone who's a Capricorn and an ox like you. Hope that helps. Who's next? All right, 2/18/2006. What do we have here? One Lifepath will be rich. I mean, you know, if we count the 18 as 18, you're at 28. So it makes sense that's the first thing you're going to be talking about is money. That makes perfect sense. How do you make money as someone who is a dog Aquarius? Well, I'll tell you how Aquariuses usually make money. They go against the grain. That's how Aquariuses usually get their bag. They do what most people don't. Aquariuses are the rebels in life. And people who are rebels, they always go against the grain. Like, for instance, we're in the age of Aquarius right now. Never before in history since Babylon has numerology and astrology, the occult, spread like this. I used to talk about this 20 years ago. They were talking about putting me in a straitjacket. I'm not even kidding you guys. They literally, I call up radio shows, and they're talking about, did you escape the insane asylum? I put up with so much fucking abuse from these fucking talk show hosts. But guess what? I got on with Glenn Beck, got on with Michael Savage, and those are some of the biggest names in talk radio history. Sean Hannity. I was on with Mark Levin, Alex Jones, before he was what he is now. I did it in the age of Aquarius. I would not have been able to do it without it. Richest person I know, Aquarius, worth about 9-10 billion. Richest athlete I know, about 350 mil. Aquarius. Aquariuses have an edge right now. The biggest person I manage, Myron Gaines, Aquarius. Aquariuses have an edge. You have an edge. Just like monkeys have an edge in America because America's a monkey nation. Just like people who are born on the 4th have an edge in America because America was founded on the 4th. I've given you the examples. In the age of Aquarius, what have you seen? More interracial couples than at any time in modern American history. Why? Aquarius is like people outside their race. Very simple. In the age of Aquarius, things like that become common. Now, I'm not trying to tell you you have a mixed baby or anything like that. I'm just telling you, go against the grain. That's how you make your bag as an Aquarius. And I've seen people who are Aquariuses who did that in their own life. Personally, I look at your birthday, you'll be fine, bro. All right, next. May 17th, 1987. Hello, Kitty. Twice my plans for marriage date didn't work out because of family deaths. Second date was planned with GG33 Reader. Fiance's birthday, November 19th, 84. Damn. You want me to... Oh, so it didn't work out because of deaths. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? We have a 7 rat. And what do we have over here? We have a kitty. Well, rats and cats have an interesting relationship. It's mental gymnastics with those two. Yeah, just keep it there. Every single time, it's usually mental gymnastics with people who have that type of energy. But see, you're also an 11, and he's a 7. And 7s and 11s are extremely good for each other. So I would give this marriage my blessing. I would say if you're going to marry him, you have to do it this year. Honestly, you can wait till January. You're still safe in January. But November's out the question. Let's see. If I was going to tell you to get married, January's got to be the month. You don't want to do it in Aquarius time because that's not good. Aquarius energy isn't good for marriage, you know. It is what it is. Tough life to be an Aquarius, but at least you're getting paid now. Let's see. What date would I do? I would say January 4th, 2006 would probably be a good day for both of you guys to get married. Based off the time frame that I had, that would be a good day. You can also go with January 22nd if you want to have a higher potential in your marriage to do great things, but it also means there's going to be more friction and more competition. So January 4th or January 22nd based off those birthdays. And again, I'm doing that on the fly. No AI needed. Pat myself on the fucking back. All right, who's next? Oh, look at this guy. He donated twice. You still shorted me a penny. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to do that Israeli stuff on you, man. We good, man. We good. Anyways, October 18th, 1995. Grew up in Miami. Bad choice. Florida's a steak state, and you're a pig. Not the place for pigs to prosper. And again, it sucks. Sucks. Florida's fucking that place. But you guys just can't do it here. You guys just can't pull it off here. What do we need? 5? Hold on, guys. Okay, 5 minutes. When we come down, we're about to wrap this thing up. When people are pigs, they should not live in Florida. But if you're going to be in, I would say, a place like Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, they do good with pig energy. I would say the best place for you is going to be New Jersey, Pennsylvania, because those are the states that are goats. Goats do best with pigs. Let's see. Best decision, money-wise. Yeah, I bet you fucking left and made it a lot better. You can't do anything until you, like, I would say March of next year, bro. Sorry. You're still in your enemy year regardless of what your year cycle is. I would just lay low. A penny saved in the enemy year is a penny earned. That's my advice to you. Anyone else? That's the last one. So this studio is like a prostitute. It's always in use. So we're going to have to end the show on the 305 today. I hope you guys understand that running a solo show is actually difficult and it takes talent. Something 95% of you streamers have nothing to do with. This has been a 305 GG33 production. Peace.